Hello, this is Omi Naruzi with a quick recap of what I did for the software design and development capstone. For Sprint 1, my first user story was as an admin, I would like the application to have the same look and feel across all platforms so that I can use my tablet and laptop on different days. This was done with the following use case. My other user story was as a customer, I would like to have a modern style navigation system for switching between pages so that I only have to learn the system itself and not the application's navigation. Now here is a state diagram showing what would happen in each case. For Sprint 2, my first user story was as an admin, I would like to add new administrators to the system so that I do not have to work by myself 24/7 or can have multiple administrators when there are a lot of customers. This was done using the user object, and the user object was used by the user management bean and the user service. The user management bean calls on the user service, which extends the service class. My second story for Sprint 2 was as an admin, I would like to see a list of all buses so that I can keep track of all the buses, drivers running, and those that are not. Here's a sequence diagram for that case. This was used, the bus object was used by both the bus management bean and the bus service. Bus management bean calls on bus service, which extends service. For Sprint 3, my first user story was as an admin, I would like to have previous stops displayed on the add stops page so that I do not accidentally add a stop that already exists. Here is a sequence diagram for this case. And here we are, much like the other two. We have a bus stop object, which is used by the stop management bean and the bus stop service. And the stop management bean calls on the bus stop service, which extends service. My second user story for Sprint 3 was as an admin, I would like to be able to delete a bus so that I can get rid of buses no longer in service. Here is a sequence diagram for this case. This, like the others, was using the bus object from bus management bean, and the bus management bean calls on bus service, which extends service. For Sprint 4, my user story was as an admin, I want to have a page for creating routes that shows the list of available bus stops so that I can select stops to associate with that route. Now this used the create route bean, which called upon bus route stops, which is made of a bus route and bus stops. Here is the sequence diagram. The second user story for Sprint 4 was as an admin, I want to have a map on the page for creating routes that shows selected stop markers so that I can visually keep track of routes. Here is the sequence diagram for adding a marker. For Sprint 5, my first user story was as an admin, I want to have a solid line on the map on the page for creating routes so that I can visually understand the route's path. Here's another sequence diagram. The second user story for Sprint 5 was as an admin, I want to be able to adjust each stop's number on the page for creating routes so that I can change the order of stops on the route. Here's another sequence diagram.